Hi my singing friends, and welcome back to the Toma Vocal Production channel, where we talk about everything on how to sing better. A common question that I get asked by singers is, how can I sing louder, or stronger, or project better without hurting my voice? Great question. Stay tuned because we're going to talk about that today. So today we're going to talk about projecting our voice. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so that you'll get all the latest content that I post. I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. And be sure to put some comments down below as well as your questions. A lot of my content is based on the things that you post down there, and I always respond to those who make comments. So let's talk about projecting our voice. There are three basic components of projection that a singer needs to be able to identify and work on. We're going to start at what I call the base or the foundation and move up from there. The first one, or the base or the foundation, is your support system. Let's say I handed you a regular whistle and I asked you to blow it. So you blow it, right? And then I ask you to blow it but be even louder. My guess is that you would take a deeper breath and that you would push that air through even more strongly to make the whistle sound even louder. Well, our support system does the same thing with our voice. When we get a full tank of air down below and then push that air out with our diaphragmatic support in a sustained and strong way, the sound is naturally louder. It allows our vocal folds to vibrate at a louder volume. So one way you can practice that is by just simply projecting even your spoken voice. Pretend that you're standing on a stage and that you don't have a microphone and that you need to project back into the audience. Take a deep breath and let that voice carry all the way out. I had a vocal teacher when I was in college. He had a booming voice. You could hear it all the way down at the end of the hall. It was very resonant. We'll talk about resonance in just a minute. But one of his phrases he always used was, "Sing into your shout." What he meant is that use the energy of a shout, "Hey!" and then sustain it into vocalization or singing, "Hey! Hey!" It takes that kind of energy, diaphragmatic support, to be able to project that kind of volume out. Number two, we want to have proper vocal closure. Those vocal folds need to come together into a nice close approximation. That allows all that air that you're pushing through from your diaphragmatic support to be turning into vocal sound. If they're too loose, air will escape without producing sound and create a breathy tone. That often happens with female vocalists and male vocalists when they're singing up in a higher range. They get kind of breathy up there. And sometimes when we're singing down in our really low register, the same thing happens. So we want to bring those vocal folds together. One way that you can do that is sing what I call a squeaky door. And bring it all the way down. Just kind of try and sound like a squeaky door. That's pulling those vocal folds, just using those edges. And bring it all the way down. You can also do what I call a sigh, especially if you struggle with finding that kind of vocal approximation in the upper range. Just start on an E sound. Whee! Practice making that nice and strong without a lot of breathiness in it. Then we come to some vocal warm-ups. We're going to start on some consonant vowel combinations that are really pretty easy to pull those vocal folds into close approximation. And then gradually we'll work on vowel sounds that are a little harder to do. Okay, so let's just start here. And we're going to start on a B. B, 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 B. That E vowel sound is very easy to make it a nice solid sound and not let a whole lot of air escape. Let's try that again. B, 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 B. great. That consonant vowel combination should help you to close up those vocal folds. The next step we're going to take is change it to a Z and have it be one continuous sound all the way up through the vocal E's. Z. Don't let it become Z, where lots of air is escaping. Keep it really focused. Z. Great, your turn. There you go. Now the next step would be to start opening up the vowel sound and make sure that we still keep the vocal approximation nice and close, tight together. So the next vowel sound that we would do would be an oo. Zoo. That's a little harder than the E sound, so you want to make sure that you're not letting extra air escape. Okay? Zoo. And then we'll continue to open up the vowel sound. The next vowel sound would be zo. Zo. And then eventually we'll do it to the most open vowel sound, an ah. Za. Now you can rewind the video and go back and do that short little vocal release that we did and use those additional consonant vowel combinations. So we're kind of going bottom to top. We start down nice and low with our diaphragmatic support. Next we talk about the vocal fold approximation or closure. And the last one is going to be up in here in what we call the singer's mask. It's our resonance. Up here in your head, your sinuses, as well as the rest of your head, takes that vocal sound and can magnify it or project it. We want to learn to sing up in here so that not all of your vocal sound has to come directly from the vocal folds. That can fatigue you very quickly, can give you a hoarse voice. If we can use the sinuses or the singer's mask, we take that sound and we project it without adding extra pressure or fatigue on the voice. Now, some people speak very resonantly up here like this, and some people don't. But we all need to be able to find that. So we're going to use, again, a few consonant vowel combinations that will help us to do that. So here's one that can help you out. And you're going to try and feel like you're singing up here into your eyeballs a little bit. It may feel a little strange, especially if resonance, it doesn't come natural to you. So we're going to sing on a ningy. I know that kind of sounds weird. Like this. Ningy, 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 ningy. Good, that that you start off that sound with naturally pushes your vocal sound up here into your singer's mask. And that ingy gets it up there again. It should give you a real sensation of a buzz up here in the mask. Okay, let's try it. Ningy, 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 ningy. All right, now it's your turn. Are you feeling it? Feel the buzz. There you go. That's a great one to practice. Now sometimes you'll feel like you're singing a little bit nasally, and that's okay. The sensation is singing up here through the sinuses. But true nasality is actually created by closing off the airflow up into the sinus. That's why when you plug your nose like that, it sounds nasally. There is no air going through it. So you do want to try and focus on having some of your sound come up here through the nasal cavity, and some of it obviously coming out of the mouth. Another one of my favorites is bui. So, bui, 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 bui. Great. The last one that we're going to focus on that will help you with your resonance is to open up the vowel sound now a little bit more to an O. We're going to start with an N. That gets it right here in the resonator. And I want you to hang on to that N until you find it, till you feel the buzz, and then open it up to the O. So it's like this. Now, if you can get it right off the bat, you can go no. But hang on to that N until you feel the buzz, and then keep it there as you open up to the O sound. All right, here you go. Your turn. All right, so to review again, 3 things that we're going to focus on to improve our projection will be, starting at the bottom, diaphragmic support, moving up to our vocal fold approximation, and lastly, up in here to the head with our resonators using the mask. Now, you can practice all 3 of those independently or together in any vocal exercise you choose. Just focus on them and you'll begin to see steady improvement in your ability to project and to be resonant. Remember that the goal is to be able to project our vocal sound but not create vocal fatigue. That's really important. Again, be sure to put your comments below and your questions. I love to respond to them. And give me that like. I always appreciate your support. It's great to see you here, and keep singing. See you next time.